It's a reason why you're here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get the latest topics, the latest news that the Mental Note comes out with. My brother and I, Austin Scott, we're going to give you the mental perspective of sports. This is something different, but I think it's something that'll be good for you. I'm Marcus Smith II, and this is my Mental Note. What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the Mental Note. I am your host, Marcus Smith II. My good friend, Austin Scott, he is not with us today. He is a little bit under the weather, so he won't be giving you the Mental Note and his take on today, but we got him in our prayers, and we sending up a couple more prayers for him so he can feel better and he can be back full in effect. But let's hop right into it. We're talking about Jason Kelce and him slamming the fan's phone down after a homophobic slur. Something that is crazy. I think stuff is getting out of hand. I think as fans, y'all gotta chill out. You have to stop getting close to a player or a person who has that type of stature. See, he owned up to it. He talked about it. He said what he did. And when you look at it, he feels terrible for doing that and actually stepping into that world with the fan. Like, that's something that's super hard. That is something that you don't really want to do as a former athlete, as a Hall of Famer. I mean, come on, he's a Hall of Famer. Like, you guys wanting pictures, you want them to say something back to you. We got to stop that. He needs his space. He was trying to get somewhere. Because guess what? You saying the things that you say, it does get under people's skin. We are humans. We are not above being a human. We came out our mother's womb just like you did. We bleed just like you do. So we have emotions and things of that nature just like you do. So what makes you think that if you come up to us and you're saying things that are very disrespectful, we grew up on respect. And if somebody was to disrespect us, we then make you respect us. So his actions were just off of what the fan had did to him. He was just giving the fan what he wanted. He was giving it back to him. You didn't expect him to throw the phone down, but you're recording him without his consent. So people get to do these things and not have consent and go off the wagon and just do so many things to great people like Jason Kelce, but don't have to suffer the consequences for doing those acts or doing those things that they did. So you don't know what people are going through in that moment. He could have been trying to get to his kids. His kids could have been going through something. It could have been an emergency, but no, you're here heckling him and he's trying to get somewhere. So of course he's going to get upset. Think about what that does to us mentally. When we've been playing a game for so long and we've been able to hit people and fight people for fun and also get paid to do it and not get in trouble for it. So now we come up in situations like this where we're put in society. We're just dropped in society. We have to act normal, act like we haven't been in a place where we're tamed. This Hall of Famer, Jason Kelce, he's went up against some of the greatest players that you could ever think of. So think about his mentality and not being able to go after or do anything about what was done. He was already pulling himself back. You can see it. He didn't want to go further because he thought about his kids. He thought about his career. He thought about the new deal that he just got with his podcast. He has to think about all those things. The fan, he don't have to think about those things because guess what? If he talks enough, if he gets under his skin enough, he can sue. Right? Because if he retaliates, he can sue. He can do whatever he wants to do. So the ball is really in our court to continue to move, continue to walk. But I commend Jason on today. You said what you needed to say, but you also said why you felt the way that you felt. And I think that has to be taken into an account in this situation. I am praying for your safety. So when it comes to talking about the family and disrespecting, there's a fine line with that. And sometimes you just have to be dealt with. And if that's your phone, then that's your phone that's getting dealt with at the time. But you guys need to be careful with what you do and how you do it, because mentally, we're not wired that way. We're wired to fight. So we need to start coming at people with class, dignity, right? If you ask a question, if you ask for an autograph, if you ask for their attention and they don't give it to you, you have to take that under the chin and be able to say, you know what? I'll get it another time, or hopefully I can see this guy again and I can get it again. You have to take that under the chin, because you don't know what type of day they're having. You don't know what they're going through. And so that's my piece of advice to you, Jason Kelce. Man, my brother, former teammate, you keep going, you keep doing what you're doing. We're not looking at you in any type of way. Again, this is the Mental Note. Man, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're going to give you the latest updates and everything that's going on. And this is my take, and this is my mental note. So, peace.